Hello, my loves, and welcome to another creative storytelling. Now, before we get started, if you like your own personal creative storytelling, feel free to go to jennifermorningstar.me. Also, feel free to check out my other two channels, Jennifer Morningstar and also Jennifer Morningstar Tarot. Both links can be found at my website, jennifermorningstar.me. With that said, let's get on with the show. All right, what creative story do we have today? There's no rush. We gotta play this one right. That's what that feels like. Someone's learning. Someone's learning when it comes to love. And someone could also be learning that, perhaps they've dealt with roller coaster loves before, so this is like a graduation in regards to love. And this could even be, enough time has passed where, someone's not in a rush. They're not one to fall for the love bombing bullshit, but also feels like there could be someone who they're kind of learning, hold on. All right. Wow, swept up. Someone's about to be swept up off their damn feet. And then some. I'm hearing a red light special. So, someone's not in a rush. I'd like to take my time and do it slow, with the flow. Don't try to rush the show. Not only that, I'm getting duality of energies where it's like, masculine, feminine. We have one who's not in a rush, who could be getting swept up, and then some. But also, there's also another energy where it feels like someone who they want to take their time. They don't want to rush on something. It's like they want to do it right. They want to play their cards right. It's like a slow build up before the final climax type energy. The more time, the more care someone wants to take in regards to an approach, the way they go about something, the more it builds up that sense of that anticipation to the climax of it all. Keep hearing that song Trisha Paytas, freak, freak, for freak to get freaky. Oh, wow. So, I'm getting duality. It's two. It's two who are synced to the same energy, to the same story, in a sense that they're both, it's two people completely on the same wavelength, manifesting the same thing. Both looking for something to be long haul, wanting to be smart about the way that they go about things, wanting to know everything that they need to, but it feels like you have a feminine who's more focused on, they're focused on like long term, right? This is someone who will do their homework with that cleanse underneath. This is like, a clean sweep. With that karmic underneath, this is like been there, done that, learned the lesson, burned the t-shirt, don't want nothing to do with it, right? So now we go about things differently. We wanted to do it differently this time, right? Hence, there's a sense of being different to the approach. There's two who are different to the approach and both wanting the same thing. I feel like one's wanting her. Male or female, doesn't matter. I'm just going with the sense of the energies. We all have masculine and feminine energies, right? There's no gender in tarot, but when it comes to the sense of what the energies pertain to, that masculine, it's that action-oriented, taking energy, right? That initiative, that fire. The feminine, it's that gravitational pull, that magnetism, that it pulls it in, right? The receiving energy. The masculine is the giving, the feminine is the receiving. And I feel like we have a giver and a receiver here. Um, Someone that wants to give. But it's like two who are playing their cards right. All right, so someone's been waiting for quite some time. Emperor under the deck. They've been waiting for quite some time, waiting for the right time. This is someone who wants to do something right, and now it's almost time. It's almost time. Tell me about this Three of Wands. The Knight of Pentacles, the one that makes it to the finish line. The Fool card to the Three of Cups. It could be strong Aries energy. We saw the Emperor, now we see the Fool under the deck. This is someone who's been waiting a long time, waiting for the right time to make their move, and now it's almost time. With that Three of Wands like that, to the Knight of Pentacles, someone could be getting a little bit antsy. They're ready to go. It's time. It's getting to the point where they feel like it's time. All right. This is someone who feels like they can't go about things the way that they have in the past. It's like realizing what they're moving towards, right? With that Empress under the deck, this is like someone who realizes, oh shit, we got to step up our game, right? It's like, and you see the King of Pentacles to the Emperor, right? This is someone who realizes they have to step up their game if it comes to this one, because this isn't like the others, right? Three of Pentacles like this, it's like, with that Hermit looking right to it, it's like, all right, the way that we have to go about this, we have to really take a look at how to do this, because the Three of Pentacles is the foundation that we lay down, right? It's like the three pillars that we're going to, use to make this thing come together, right? It hasn't quite come together just yet because, they realize they have to, you know, I'm hearing Faith Evans. I never knew there was a love. You know what else is crazy? It feels like the other thing is this person realizes they never felt like this about someone before. Hence, they're going about things completely differently, completely in a way that they've never pursued before. Our feminine, the Empress energy, could also be someone, they're just more so kind of to themselves, a bit recluse with that Hermit energy. They're definitely not really, it's like someone who's open, but at the same time not actively out there pursuing or trying to build anything. Although she herself can be getting in the space that she is, ready to she's ready to get out there or ready to open up and be in that receptive energy towards whoever the masculine is. They can they can be intuitive as well. They're reading the room. All right, what else? These are two people. They're not looking, these are two people not looking backwards. Focus on moving forward, not wanting to repeat the past also. Hence, they're not wanting to put an energy towards anything that even remotely resembles the past. Going about things a completely different way. These are two people in their own individual journeys. And yet, when they come together, it's nothing at all like anything they've ever given to in the past. So how does this... They're just winging it. They're just going off of sheer intuition. I said that before. They could be intuitive. They're both intuitive. These are two people intuitively attuned. This is a spiritual connection. And now we have the Queen of Pentacles showing itself as well. We saw the King of Pentacles before. The King of Pentacles, which was leading right to the Emperor right behind it. And we saw the Empress before and the Queen of Pentacles. These are two people who are completely on the same wavelength. Not only that, they're both very intuitive. These are two completely intuitively in sync. That's why it's the duality. The Lovers, it's that sense of the yin and the yang. It's like a no sweat type of energy. It's run off of instincts. This is like knowing someone on a deeper level. The High Priestess and the Hierophant, two spiritually attuned cards. This is crazy. This is two people who literally speak to each other without so much as saying a word, and she knows. With all the pentacle energy, yet it's not really in a state where anything has truly been built or established. It's almost like, even if they're not talking, even if these are two people literally around each other, this can even be, people around the workplace, right? With all this pentacle energy. But it's almost like, especially we saw the King and Queen of Pentacles, right? To the Emperor, to the Empress. These get to be two people literally physically around each other. But at the same token, they're not speaking in the 3D, more so in the 5D. But at the same token, they are literally there. Like don't. Because I already hear people talk about, remember, this is creative storytelling. But what's coming to my mind is, how people will jump the gun. Oh, yeah, the 5D twin flame, and we saw the Lovers before. No. This is where, this isn't like, oh, you are completely separation. No, this is two people literally in the same physical vicinity. All these Pentacles energy, these 3 of Pentacles, 6 of Pentacles, 8 of Pentacles. This could literally be people literally who work together, work around the same work environment, and yet they're intuitively drawn to each other. There's some form of spiritual 3D, 5D. It's like two people psychically attuned to each other, intuitively attuned, instinctively, however you want to put it. It's like 5D and 3D combined. Ace of Pentacles. Until it becomes real, until they actually plant that seed. But it's all run off of instinct. They're psychically connected. All right, so how will this come to pass? Well, tell me more. I just feel like breaking the ice. Have these two not so much as even spoken? No, it's once they know it's time to take their shot. These two could have both been through some shit. The Nine of Wands to the Devil, hence they're both in this energy. The way that they go pursuant to things, trying to be completely different, not wanting to deal with anything of the past, right? In a sense where they're moving in the same way when it comes to connections in general, let alone each other. So whereas if connections in the past were run off of, passion, wands, right? Capricorn with that Devil card. But the devil card could be like, easily tempted by passion and stuff like that, or other means. It's just like, or, sweet words. It's like we're going about it differently this time. We're not letting that stuff that once held us back, or, held us to things that, this is completely different. It's like the way that I'm seeing it with the Nine of Wands to the devil, right? With that Ace of Swords dead and free, dead and center, right? This is also, that Ace of Swords is that thing that we use to free ourselves from the chains that bind, right? It's almost like what I was saying before, where it's like that build up to the climax, right? Especially if, like, say you have a masculine, right? They're just waiting for the right moment. They're going off of instinct, whereas perhaps in the past they were more so to just kind of given to the to the temptation of the flesh, right? Given to the flame, right? Only to get burned by the fire. It could even be for the feminine too, but at the same token, because they are going in a way that doesn't hold them bound to the chains that once confined them in unhealthy things, right? That's what makes this so much more before it actually gets to that point where it actually becomes real. But once they pop, the fun don't stop. I'm hearing that. But at the same token, once it's time to pull that trigger and go forward and, plant that seed, two aces, by the way, it's like once they pop, the fun don't stop in that sense, because it's like, again, the climax, the build up to make this whole thing come to pass. All right, so they'll know when it's time, because it's all running off of their intuition. Much as there's a heavy desire when it comes to, like, other desires, that desire is very strong. But this is someone who's using a heavy set of willpower to trust their instincts on this one before they actually pursue and plant that seed. How will our feminine receive this? Judgment, Emperor, wow, Queen, I'm sorry, the Empress. I feel like she's going to receive it quite well. It's like, as long as you're single, I'm single, and fuck it. I just got drawn to the Six of Cups. This could be past life lovers coming together. There's the Fool again. We saw that Fool before. Tower to the Ace of Wands. Wow. Reunited, and it feels so good. This feels like a past life connection reuniting in this lifetime, right? And by the time these two come together, and I mean literally and figuratively, it's like fireworks. This is literally, it's like once it's go time, it's go time. And after that, that's it. There's no stopping this. And there's the Queen of Wands again. So I'm hearing Selena Gomez, can't keep my hands to the... There's going to be two people who cannot keep their hands off of each other. It's because there's such a freaking buildup before this comes together. This doesn't feel like any of that bullshit where it's like, oh, twin flames and separation. No, this feels like two people who are literally around each other, and they are instinctually drawn to each other, in a sense, to a point where it's just more so, it feels like the feminine doesn't really dwell upon it too much. At the same token, the masculine, they're going about this differently than they have other things before. And at the same token, by the time they feel that it is time, it's just like, this is the build-up, the climax. Maybe that's what I'll name this one, the climax. Lifetimes in the making. Yeah, we'll go with that. The climax, lifetimes in the making. With that said, my loves, that is your story.